It is the comeback of one of my all-time favorite gaming laptop, the Predator Helios Neo 16, which just got a facelift this year, and man, I am so impressed with it. Before getting started, I would like to thank Creative Laptop's exclusive Acer store in Ludhiana, who gave me the opportunity to review this laptop. They have a very well-trained staff to help you buy the best laptop according to your needs and have very competitive prices. So do check them out before you buy. Starting off with what's new, this year's model is very similar to the Helios 16 of last year, giving a glass panel on the backside of the laptop with cool designs over it, but unlike the last year's model, it does not get lit up. It has a very cool top lid with all these patterns written all over and a very cool Predator logo, which not only lights up but has customizable RGB effects on it. But the top lid is a huge fingerprint magnet and we had to clean the laptop again and again to keep it clean. It comes in abyssal black color and it seems to have the same chassis of the Helios 16 of last year, giving the same keyboard and same trackpad size and a similar look all over. Talking about which, it has a full-sized keyboard with 4 zones of RGB backlight with various light effects customizable through Predator Sense software. Sadly, no perky RGB in this year's model. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed as I was expecting perky RGB, but hey, it's not a perfect world. The key travel, however, is decent, giving flawless typing experience except for the keypad, which is not very comfortable to me personally with cramped numpad and arrow keys, especially that zero num key. It has a power button on the top right of the keyboard and this button here is not the power button, but it is used to change performance modes, which is represented by these colors. To be real, it would have been better to make this the power button. It has a very big trackpad which supports multi-gestures and is fully clickable and is very smooth to use. It has a metal top lid as many people claim, but it felt like a good quality but still plastic to me. It has a sturdy build with a little keyboard flex, a little top lid flex and virtually no screen wobble. Its hinges are quite sturdy, allowing the top lid to be opened with one hand and the screen goes back to 130 degrees. With these dimensions and a weight of 2.8 kgs, it is a bit out there in terms of portability, but it is not as dramatic as others have made it to be. I mean, I had no issues carrying it around. It has air exhaust vents on the back side, which unlike Helios 16 comes in non-removable silver color, and one air exhaust vent on either side. On the bottom, it has one huge air intake vent. It has very narrow bezels, giving a very immersive experience. It also has a great selection of ports, giving 3 USB Type-A ports and 2 USB Type-C ports. On the left side, it has one RJ45 port, one USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 2 port, one small high-speed SD card reader, which is very good for content creators, and one audio mic combo jack. On the right side, it has 2 USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 2 ports, out of which this port has always-on functionality. The rest of the ports lie on the back side with one power port, one HDMI 2.1 port with 8K 60Hz output, 2 USB Type-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, which supports display up to 4K 60Hz and PD charging, of which I tested up to 65 watts and most probably it would support up to 100 watts as well. The port situation of this laptop is excellent, giving 3 USB Type-A port, which is just nice, 2 USB Type-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, and a creator-friendly micro SD card reader, which has almost gone extinct in gaming laptop nowadays. Talking about the screen, it has an awesome screen with a 16-inch IPS anti-glare panel with a native resolution of 2560 by 1600, which is basically a 2K screen, an aspect ratio of 16 by 10, 100% sRGB and 99% DCI-3 color gamut, 165Hz refresh rate, 3 millisecond response time, a great 500 nits brightness, 170 degrees viewing angles, and a support for G-Sync for that tear-free gaming experience. But it does not have any HDR support. It has a mux switch with no advanced Optimus, which means it needs to restart before it can take effect. It has one of the best performing killer Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3. It has a 720p webcam at 60 FPS, which comes with a lot of features like automatic framing, which keeps the subject into the center of the screen, eye contact, which shows eyes towards the camera even if you're not looking at the camera, background blur, purified voice, which is basically its ANC, active noise cancellation, and mic control, which basically uses different mic modes according to user user needs. It has liquid metal instead of traditional cooling paste, which makes a great significant difference in the thermals. It comes with 90 watt-hour battery, which lasts for about 4 to 5 hours of regular usage and about 1 hour of gaming. The reason for a low battery life can also be due to the fact that it has a 2K screen, which means the GPU has to work twice as hard. It comes with a 330 watt charger, and although it gives a normal size 3-pin plug, its wire feels really thick and huge. It has two down-firing speakers of 2 watt each, which sound only average, not too great, not too bad. It comes with a dedicated co-pilot key, which basically means it has easy access to AI search, just like ChatGPT, which can be used to search topics, generate images, summarize documents, and enhanced AI tools in Microsoft Office. Moving forward, it packs great specifications with Intel Core i7-14700HX with 20 cores and 28 threads, out of which 8 RP cores and 12 RE cores, RTX 4060 with 8 GB of GDDR6 VRAM with a maximum TDP of 140 watts, 16 GB of DDR5 RAM clocked at 5600 MHz in single channel, and 1 TB of Gen 4 SSD. And with hardware like this, it gave great scores in performance benchmark like 23,015 in Cinebench R23 multi-core and 2234 in single-core performance, 13,355 in Geekbench multi-core and 2464 in single-core, and 3D Mark TimeSpy scored 19,745 CPU, 11,242 GPU, and 12,014 overall score. These scores are great to perform any task you want this laptop to do, be it 2K gaming, streaming, coding, creative workload, color accurate tasks, 4K level editing, 3D modeling and architectural work, AI and machine learning work. I also ran some gaming tests on this laptop under these conditions, and here are the results. As you can see, this laptop held its own in games like Cyberpunk, RDR2, God of War in Ultra 2K settings with ray tracing on. I remember getting 60 FPS in these settings in these games used to be a dream for any laptop enthusiasts, and now it is a freaking reality. Talking about games like GTA 5 and Valorant, it is useless for these laptops in 2024, I believe, as these laptops are pretty much overkill for these games now. I guess the next big challenge for this laptop is gonna be GTA 6. Temps, however, are a different story, as the temps did cross 90 degrees in some titles like God of War and Cyberpunk. And to be real, I am a bit disappointed in this year's Helios thermals, as last year Helios had one of the best thermals. So either there is some problem in my unit, or using a cooling pad with this laptop may be preferred. Talking about the upgradability, it gives good upgrade options with 2 RAM slots of 16 GB each, giving a total of 32 GB, 2 M.2 slots for Gen 4 Nvme up to 2 TB each, and 1 upgradable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card. At the time of making this video, this laptop was available online for 1,50,000, and the crazy thing is, the last Gen Neo model is still showing for 1,46,000 for i7 13 Gen and RTX 4060. So obviously go for i7 14 Gen model, that looks so much better. Talking about the competition for this laptop, that is laptops with similar specs. First we have HP Omen 16 but with a lower screen resolution, MSI Crosshair, HP Omen 13 generation, HP Omen Transcend with Ultra 7 processor, Lenovo Legion Pro. In conclusion, I would say that this laptop in itself is a fully loaded machine with features and latest hardware, and is capable of performing any task you can throw at it. It is unmatched in design and performs really great in all the modern AAA titles, giving about 60 FPS in ultra settings and ray tracing enabled. The only thing to keep in mind is that this year the thermals were a bit on the higher side. Maybe it was an issue in my unit, and that might not be true, but I would still recommend to wait to buy this laptop, as a lot of newer models are gonna come to choose from in various brands this year. But if you need to buy it, this laptop won't let you down. If you liked the review, please like the video, dislike if you didn't, tell me about it in the comment section, and consider subscribing for more videos like this.